I'm Matt Borchert, head women's basketball coach at Solano College, and I want to thank you for watching the Solano College Sports Network.
Well, hi everybody, Greg Poff here with the Solano College Sports Network in the Solano Community College gym, and I have the pleasure to interview one of the top players in the Bay Valley Conference, returning player for the Falcons, Taylor Hamilton. Taylor, how you doing today?
Doing pretty good.
Taylor, now last year you had an outstanding season for the Falcons, averaged a little bit over 15 points, 5 assists a game, but tell us a little bit about your journey getting here to Solano. I know you went to St. Patrick's, so tell us how you went from St. Patrick's and ended up playing here at Solano last year as a freshman.
Well, my coach, she actually went here, and so through the recruiting process, when Coach Matt came, it was a connection, and so it was easier to come to Solano.
And Taylor, were you thinking about maybe going to any other colleges, maybe looking at some other junior colleges, maybe a couple universities? Did that ever come into play when you were thinking about where to go to college after your career at St. Patrick's?
A few CSUs did, but this was the only JC that I was like really towards.
And pretty nice too, grew up in Vallejo, so staying close to home here at Solano Community College. Well, you had an outstanding season last year. Tell us, what was the one thing you really learned about playing at the next level, playing community college basketball, going from your high school career?
It's way faster. Although it's not a D1, D2, or D3, you still have to like put in the same amount of work because it's not high school. It's more competitive.
And last year, pretty successful season, 11-3. You guys finished third in the Bay Valley Conference. This year, with both you and Ariel Clay, two returning all Bay Valley Conference players, what do you look forward to this season's play?
With us and the help of our other teammates, we look forward to having a better conference, better season than last year.
And Taylor, arguably one of the leaders on this team. And one thing I really noticed about your play last year, when you're in the game, you seem to have a real calming effect on the rest of the players and always seem so calm and cool out on the court. Is that just part of your personality, or is that something you had to develop earlier in your basketball career?
I think like once I get on the court, I try to focus on the game. So I guess just came with it.
And Taylor, tell us what we can look forward to for all of our fans here on the Solano College Sports Network in terms of watching the Lady Falcons this year, 2014 season.
Check us out. We're going to be pretty good this year, have a better record than last year, and it's going to be fun.
And folks, if you haven't seen the Lady Falcons play, you gotta watch some of our games on the Solano College Sports Network, or get out here to Solano Community College and see one of the better point guards, Taylor Hamilton, in the Bay Valley Conference. Taylor, thanks so much for joining us. Well, now I'm joined by Ariel Clay, another one of those all Bay Valley Conference players last year as a freshman, returning to Solano. Ariel, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Well, Ariel, the first thing I want to talk about with you, and of course, outstanding season last year, excellent jump shot, also excellent rebounding as well. But I also know you're an excellent student athlete, over a 3.0 GPA on the Dean's List. And for some of our younger listeners who are aspiring college athletes, tell us a little bit about what it takes to be a student athlete at this level.
Well, it's a really big transition from high school coming into college, so you have to really focus yourself, because if you want to go hang out, like you wanted to do at college, in high school with your friends, you don't have the time to do all of that and then come practice. Especially when conference comes, it gets really tough to get all your homework done and still have downtime to yourself. You don't have all the free time you have. You have to prioritize really well, or you will procrastinate, and it is not fun when you procrastinate as an athlete. It's hard on your body physically, and then you're not there for class, so you really just have to focus, and you have to just prepare yourself for everything that you're going to have to do in class and on the court.
Well, also, Ariel, one of the outstanding players last year for Solano. What are you really looking forward to when you look at this year's team getting ready for the 2014 Bay Valley Conference schedule?
I look forward to running up and down the court a lot, because we have a lot of fast guards. So I look forward to letting them do them. They're really talented, so I would look forward as a forward, more of a forward this year. I look forward to running, like getting the rebound, letting them go, do their thing, and then possibly coming up, getting my layups, like off of their assist. I look forward to all of that. And we have good competition. I look forward to winning a banner this year, which we haven't gotten the last 2 years. So hopefully we can get a banner, and then it's our sophomore season. You want to go out with a bang, so that's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, folks, sure hope you check us out on the Solano College Sports Network. And when you do, you're going to see one of the best shooters in the Bay Valley Conference, Ariel Clay. And Ariel, tell us a little bit about how you developed your jump shot. Was that something that just kind of happened naturally, or is it something that you really have had to work on and develop over the years?
It took a lot of time because Coach Matt, he talks about my form a lot. I would make it. I figured out a way to make it in high school, but it wasn't perfect form, and so my hands would hit a lot. So he practiced me so much with my form, and then eventually it finally felt right. So now it's like natural. Like that's my favorite thing to do now.
And then last thing, Ariel, tell us what you really look forward to after you finish your career here at Solano Community College. What's on tap in the future for Ariel Clay?
I want to go to a four-year school. I don't really have a favorite, but I would go to any four-year school that wants to give me a basketball scholarship. And then I want to get my degree in criminal justice and become a corrections counselor.
All right, well, there you hear it, folks. Ariel Clay, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully, I'm just looking forward to a good season. I hope we come out with a bang and end with a bang. It's my sophomore year, so hopefully we make it far. I want to go to state, so we have a good team this year, so hopefully we can make it.
Now, you played your high school basketball at Vanden, then went to Cal State Dominguez.
Yes.
And so tell us a little bit how you ended up here at Solano for your sophomore year.
Things just didn't really work out down there, but I had a great freshman season. Started 24 out of 26 games, got a lot of burn, and it was a good year for me. But I'm kind of glad to be back home. So I feel like it was the best decision to come back home. So I'm happy right now.
And so you have the one season remaining here at Solano. What are kind of your goals, both for yourself on the team, and then also what are your goals in the classroom? What would you like to do once you finish your basketball career?
In the classroom, I want to maintain a 3.0 GPA, so I want to maintain. And I'm currently majoring in criminal justice, so I would like to eventually work in computer forensics. And for the team, I really want to go to state, so that's really my main goal. To hopefully we can get there.
Well, we certainly wish you all the luck, Denisha. It looks like, coupled with a couple returning Bay Valley Conference players with Taylor Hamilton and Ariel Clay and all the new additions to the team, should be some pretty exciting basketball here on the Solano College Sports Network. Thank you so much, Denisha, for taking time to meet with us today.
Thank you for having me.
We're joined now by Christina Contreras, another one of those sophomores returning from last year's team. Christina, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you played your high school ball at Napa, and last year, a freshman here at Solano. What was something you learned going from high school to college basketball?
In high school, I knew a lot of people on the team just from school, and coming to Solano, I didn't know anybody, so I got to know everybody, and it wasn't hard. So I just connected with new people, and that was a new thing for me. So that went pretty good.
And Christina, I noticed last year in watching your game that pretty good shot, but you also like to get after it defensively. Tell us a little bit about your game defensively and what you really work on to get stops out on the basketball court.
I just need to keep people in front of me, and what I'm good at defensively is rebounding. I like to go in for the rebound because that was a big thing for high school. My coach got on me a lot for that, so I just carried it on coming to Solano.
And tell us a little bit about what your goals are for this season and kind of what you see as your role on the Lady Falcons in your sophomore season.
For this season, I'm looking forward to playing with our point guards because we have T-Ham returning, and then we also have Denisha, who's also really good, and then Nikki, and we're all going to work good together. And as for me on the team, like I said from last year, rebounding is going to be a big thing for me, and making plays, helping my other teammates make plays.
And then, Christina, last thing, what's your goal after Solano College? Kind of what career maybe you're thinking about going into, and any ideas on where you'd like to play after Solano Community College, or if even that's part of your game plan?
For career, I want to do sports medicine. I've been working in the training room here, so I want to become a sports trainer, so and I'm also gonna be working with the men's team, so I want to keep pursuing that in my future. And I'm not sure if I want to continue playing just because I have pretty bad knees, and I don't know if that's what I'm going to want to continue to do, but we'll see.
And I'm sure your knees will let you know after another season here at Solano. Christina, thanks so much for joining us, and best of luck in your sophomore season here at Solano.
All right, thank you.
All right, now we're joined by Vallejo's own Nicole White, sophomore shooting sensation, really could light it up with the three-point shot last year. Nicole, what are you looking forward to this year, sophomore season for the Lady Falcons?
Just bringing home a conference title this year, hopefully go to the playoffs, and so we can win it all.
Tell us a little bit about how you develop your shooting touch, because you can really light it up at times. Is that something that you've really worked on the last couple of years, or have you always been a shooter?
I've always been a shooter. I've never really liked to drive, but I can. But my shot has gotten better since I came to Solano, because at first it was like kind of a little slingshot, but now I fixed it. But I'm more of like a stroke shooter. Once I get it going, it's no stopping.
Tell us what you learned last year, first season playing on the college level, and what did you notice as the biggest difference between playing on the community college level and the high school level?
I learned that you have to play hard all minutes, and the biggest difference will have to be the speed, because like it's way faster in college than it is in high school, so it was like a big change for me.
And what's the goal for Nicole White on the court this year?
Just do the best I can, help my team win, and hopefully go to the next level to play, and yeah.
All right, folks, there you hear Nicole White. Make sure you check us out on the Solano College Sports Network. She can really shoot the rock. Thank you. Well, a chance for us to meet another new member of the Lady Falcons this year, Danica Carlisle. Danica, thanks for taking time to join us today, and tell us a little bit about your expectations as a freshman here at Solano playing for the Lady Falcons.
Solano's a great program. I know I met Coach Matt last year when I was in my senior year, and I came out to a couple games. The team already was so strong last year, and I think we can only build from that this year. We have a super strong team, so I'm really looking forward to it.
And you went to Davis High, right? And what position did you play at Davis High last year?
Shooting guard for Davis High.
All right, so you're looking to put the rock in the hoop a few times for the Falcons this year?
Hopefully, that's the plan.
Well, tell us what you're looking forward to after your career here at Solano. We know we get excited about basketball, but you guys are all student athletes. Tell us a little bit about your major and maybe future goals.
Yeah, transferring to play basketball would be a dream, but also I'm just looking to transfer academically. I'm a biology major. I want to do something medically, so hoping to finish my academic career somewhere in there, go to grad school, so that's long term.
Folks, we could have a doctor in our future, but looks like, at least for this year, you'll be doing your operating on the basketball court. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now we are joined by Kristen Voiles, another new member of the Solano Lady Falcons. Kristen, tell us a little bit about where you're from and how you ended up here at Solano.
Well, I'm from Reno, Nevada, so like 3 hours from here. I actually found this school by just looking online for other schools, and just I found it interesting, and then I just found, I emailed him and asked about like the program. He called me back and he asked me to go on a recruiting trip, so I came out here for my spring break, and I really liked it. I liked the team, so that's how I made my choice, and that's how I found it. So
you've made the move here to Fairfield. How do you like it so far?
I love it. It reminds me a lot of home, because like a lot of things here remind me a lot of Reno, so like I'm not really homesick as much. So, and I live with my best friend, so it's easier, and it's cool living on my own, so I like it a lot.
Well, tell us a little bit just about the transition here to Solano, being a new player away from home. How was it kind of fitting in with the team and getting to meet some of your new teammates? How has that worked out?
It was pretty easy to fit in, because when I came on my recruiting trip, I really like connected with the girls, so when I came here it was easier. And so just having that is easy, and just the transition of living on my own is kind of different. So, I mean, I like it, but I also miss my family at the same time. So, my mom's always there to take care of me when I'm sick, so it's like I have to do it on my own, but I like it a lot, though.
Yeah, got to do your own laundry now, right? Tell us what you're looking forward to in your freshman season for the Lady Falcons.
For my freshman season, I'm looking forward to becoming a starter as a freshman, and hopefully be a top freshman of the year or on the team, whatever. Just one of my goals, and just to get that or whatever, and just play basketball, I guess.
Well, we sure hope you have fun playing basketball for the Lady Falcons. Thanks for taking time to join us. Best of luck to you in your freshman year for the Lady Falcons. Thank you, Kristen. Well, now we get a chance to meet the coach that makes it all work for the Lady Falcons, Matt Borchert. Matt, thanks for taking time to join us today.
Thanks, Greg. You're welcome.
And Matt, tell us a little bit about what your expectations are going into this season. Coming off the 11-3 season last year, you got 2 all Bay Valley Conference players returning. So what's kind of the goal and the mindset for the team this year?
Well, Greg, the expectations are really high. Like you said, we returned 2 all-conference sophomores. We have a fantastic recruiting class that has come in, aided by Denisha Lundy, who is coming back from Cal State Dominguez Hills. So she'll be a sophomore also, but she really gives us a different level of player that we haven't had in a few years. And so you combine that with all the talented freshmen, we're very, very excited about this season. Expectations are always very high for us. We've been good for a long, long time, but this year, we're kind of in a different category, and so right off the bat, we're looking to do really well.
Matt, tell us a little bit about coaching Taylor Hamilton. Of course, last year, very solid freshman campaign. You've got her coming back, also looks like one of the leaders on the team. Tell us a little bit about the sophomore guard and your expectations for her this year.
Very high. Taylor is very fun to coach. She is just very, very talented. God gave her a special gift to play basketball, and so she's fun to watch every day. Is very coachable, listens very well. You don't really have to do a whole lot with her. Just kind of, wind her up and let her go, so to speak. We're trying to improve her three-point shooting and, some of those things and, some, decision-making here and there. But, yeah, she's going to be really, really good. And she's going to be even more fun to watch this year with, Denisha, Nikki Andaya, some of the other people that we have. They're going to complement her even more. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
And then, of course, you have Ariel Clay coming back. Excellent outside shooter. Tell us a little bit about Ariel and what do you expect from her game this season?
Ariel's improved a lot. We're looking for her to be even more active, get even more rebounds for us, get up and down the floor even better. But yeah, she's a great athlete as well. Long arms, just a tremendous, basketball body, as coaches say. And but we need her, we need her to be a little more of a wow factor. She's been very solid, but we want her to, kind of even step it up a little bit more. And I think she'll do that for us.
Tell us about the Bay Valley Conference. Of course, last year, Mendocino and Laney tied. You were just a game behind at 11-3. Who are some of the teams we need to keep our eyes on? And who are you looking as the toughest competition in the Bay Valley Conference this season?
The Bay Valley Conference is going to be even better than it was last year. Laney will be back again. They're going to be very good. There is from early results where they're very athletic. Contra Costa has one of their better teams they've had in the past 5 years. They're going to be tough. Napa Valley will be a little bit better, and there's a lot of storylines in that game. And Mendocino has a lot of confidence right now, and they return a couple of good players. So it's going to be a very, very entertaining, I think, very good basketball night in and night out in the conference. And Yuba won their first game, just a couple days back, and so they might be a little bit better as well. Los Vedanos has a lot of size that is going to be difficult for us to deal with. So it's going to be really, really good. But definitely Laney, Contra Costa, I think are going to be the top two along with us that are, might come down to one of us three.
And then, Matt, I know you've got a tournament coming up. You guys are going to be hitting the road pretty quick. And then back in town for the Solano Showdown. Tell us a little bit about what we can look forward to with the Solano Showdown. Of course, that'll be our first broadcast here on the Solano College Sports Network for women's basketball.
The Showdown should be fantastic as well. We have all 8 teams back, same as last year. We are going to open with Sacramento City College, which is always fun, down, Sac City not too far away from us and always a rivalry. And so I think some very good matchups. Diablo Valley College looks to have one of the better teams in the state this year. They're in the top half of the bracket with De Anza. And those two teams have already squared off, and so that'll be a little bit of a rematch. And Cosumnes River, not too far away, also is in the bottom half of the bracket. And so I think we have it balanced really, really well. And going to be some, between us, Diablo Valley, Cosumnes River, arguably a couple of the others. We have probably 3 to 4 of the top teams, and probably in the top 12 in Northern California in the Solano Showdown this year. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, Matt, thanks so much for taking time to join us here on the Solano College Sports Network, and we wish you nothing but the best for the 2014 season for the Lady Falcons. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Greg. Really appreciate it.
All right, folks, that's a wrap. Greg Poff here on the Solano College Sports Network.